The legend is as vast as the forests it inhabits. For centuries, across countless campfires and indigenous tales, the story of a giant, hairy, bipedal creature lurking in the remote wilderness of North America has persisted. Is it merely a myth, a psychological phantom born from the fear of the dark and the unknown? Or is it a biological reality, a relic hominid that has masterfully evaded the relentless march of modern science? This is the central question that drives the team of Expedition Bigfoot, a group of dedicated researchers, scientists, and explorers who trade skepticism for boots-on-the-ground investigation in the most unforgiving landscapes on the continent. Their journey has led them to a collection of evidence so strange and interconnected that it challenges the very boundaries of what we believe is possible. The investigation began deep in the rugged, rain-swept wilderness of Oregon, a place where the canopy is so thick it feels like perpetual twilight. This is not a park for weekend hikers. It is a remote, wild, and often hostile environment, precisely the kind of place that has fueled Bigfoot legends for generations. The team, led by the determined Bryce Johnson, was following a trail of historical sightings and unusual activity when they stumbled upon a discovery that would set the tone for their entire expedition: an abandoned mineshaft. The entrance was a jagged scar on the mountainside, partially collapsed and exuding an aura of age and danger. It looked utterly untouched for decades, a silent tomb of timber and stone. The mine was clearly too unstable for any human to enter, but its potential as a lair for a large, elusive creature was too tantalizing to ignore. The solution was technology. The team deployed a sophisticated drone, a marvel of modern engineering equipped with high-definition cameras, thermal sensors, and powerful lights, piloted by an expert with years of experience. As the drone whirred into the oppressive darkness, the team gathered around the monitors, their breaths held. The initial feed showed only what was expected: narrow, timber-reinforced passages and the eerie stillness of a place forgotten by time. Then, without the slightest warning, everything went black. The video feed dissolved into static, the control signals were lost, and the drone went completely silent. This was not a gradual signal degradation, with video freezing or controls becoming sluggish. It was an instantaneous and total systems failure. The pilot was unequivocal. In all her experience flying in challenging environments, from dense forests to deep canyons, she had never witnessed such a complete and simultaneous blackout. The drone was built with redundancies to prevent this exact scenario. The conclusion was as unsettling as it was simple. It was as if an unseen force had actively and powerfully interfered with the technology, a silent guardian denying them access. Refusing to admit defeat, the team surmised the mine might tunnel through the ridge. They trekked to the opposite side and, after a painstaking search, found another opening. Re-establishing a connection, they guided the drone into a new section of the shaft and made a startling discovery. The mine was not a single tunnel but a complex network. One branch matched old maps, but another veered off to the west, an unmapped, secret passage descending deeper into the earth. Driven by a surge of excitement, the pilot navigated the drone down this unexplored path. What they saw defied all logic. Hundreds of feet underground, in absolute darkness, the camera revealed patches of lush, green foliage. Plants cannot grow without light. This was an impossibility. Team member Mireya, a naturalist, immediately recognized the significance. This vegetation hadn't grown there naturally. It had been brought there. The arrangement suggested purpose, perhaps for nesting, for bedding, or for some other unknown reason. It was a sign of habitation. As the drone pressed deeper, revealing more tunnels that hinted at a vast underground highway system, the mysterious interference struck again. The feed flickered ominously. Faced with the potential loss of their entire drone, a heartbreaking decision was made. They had to retreat. For Bryce Johnson, it was a profound moment of frustration. He felt that the truth, perhaps even definitive proof, was lurking just beyond the next corner, now forever out of reach. Yet, the mine had not given up all its secrets. As they packed their gear, a glint of something caught the light near the entrance. Investigation revealed strange hair samples, reddish-brown and whitish strands, clinging to the rough rock. They were meticulously collected with sterile tools for DNA analysis. Furthermore, upon reviewing footage from a 24-hour game camera set up near the site, Bryce spotted something that chilled him to the bone: a large, dark, humanoid figure moving with purpose and speed through the dense trees in the distance. The mine was not just a location, it was an active mystery. The Oregon mine was a focal point, but the team's evidence extends far beyond its dark entrance. On a separate foray into the wilderness, team member Russell was conducting a routine scan of a valley when his camera locked onto a distant, dark shape. Through the lens, it appeared to be a bear, a common sight in the region. Then, in a moment that would redefine the investigation, the creature did something that bears simply do not do with such grace. It stood up. Not in the clumsy, wobbling manner of a bear rising on its hind legs for a few seconds, but with a smooth, fluid, and confident motion. It achieved a fully upright, balanced posture and then proceeded to walk away, moving with a steady, bipedal gait that was hauntingly human-like. The team analyzed the footage frame by frame. Mireya, another researcher with a keen eye for animal behavior, pointed out the creature's head movements. They were not the jerky, instinctual motions of an animal, but were deliberate, rotational, and aware, as if it were scanning its environment with a high degree of consciousness. This was not merely a bear. It was something else entirely. The mystery took on an even more incredible dimension with evidence from a civilian named John, who was filming in the mountains of the Wasatch Front. Using a high-powered spotting scope, John and his friends observed a dark figure on a peak nearly a mile away and 4,000 feet above them. What happened next was unbelievable. The creature began sprinting straight up a near-vertical slope blanketed in an estimated 7 feet of snow. It moved with explosive power and effortless speed, as if the deep, suffocating snow posed no obstacle whatsoever. To contextualize this feat, the Expedition Bigfoot team conducted an experiment. In a nearby area with just 18 inches of snow, a 6-foot-tall, physically fit team member attempted to walk. He struggled immensely, sinking to his knees with every step. Running was an impossibility. The creature John filmed would have to be immensely powerful and incredibly tall to keep its body above the snow. Skepticism demanded a search for tracks. A helicopter pilot, intrigued by the story, flew over the precise ridge and reported a line of large, deep impressions matching the creature's path. However, strong winds were already erasing them, a fleeting testament to something that shouldn't exist. Perhaps the most compelling account comes not from researchers, but from a highly trained and credible source, a special operations soldier. In February 1994, a team led by a soldier named Miles was on a covert winter training mission in the brutal wilderness of Alaska. Their goal was to move undetected and survive in one of the most hostile environments on Earth. During their trek, 2 scouts on snowshoes discovered a line of footprints that immediately set off alarms. The prints were colossal, 18 inches long and spaced 5 feet apart. Miles himself measured them. The stride indicated a creature so tall it could lift its feet clear of the deep powder with ease, something his own team, even on snowshoes, found exhausting. Their expert tracker examined the clear impressions, noting defined toe shapes, and estimated the creature to be approximately 9 feet tall and weigh between 500 and 700 pounds. As they followed the trail, they noted its tactical nature. It stuck to ridges for visibility and used thick tree cover for concealment, mirroring their own operational movements. This wasn't the random wandering of an animal. It was the path of something intelligent. The quest of Expedition Bigfoot is often dismissed as a pursuit of fantasy. Yet, when the evidence is laid bare, a drone disabled by an unknown force in a mine filled with impossibly placed foliage, a creature witnessed standing and walking with human-like grace, a figure sprinting through impossibly deep snow, and a credible military account of a tactical, intelligent giant, a pattern emerges. The stories, from different locations, different witnesses, and different times, converge with unsettling consistency. The question is no longer simply, do you believe in Bigfoot? The evidence gathered by these dedicated investigators poses a more complex and profound question. In an age where satellites can map every square inch of the globe, how much do we truly know about the hidden corners of our world? The search continues, not just for a creature, but for an answer to the enduring whisper in the woods that suggests we share this planet with a mystery far greater than we have ever imagined.